Very good. I do. Yeah, I wholeheartedly believe that we're losing that human contact, that human interaction. And you're right, just the emails and the sales emails on LinkedIn. I mean, Messenger on LinkedIn used to be somewhat valuable, but anymore it's just chat bot emails and bullshit automated things that.
And I wonder
like,
let me ask you a question about this. Like, cause I always like to ask people what they think. Like,
yeah.
do you even think that they're from a real person anymore?
No. And that's the whole thing.
Right.
Yeah, no, and I had this guy call me recently. You know, I'm sure people are always trying to sell you stuff too, right? Always trying to sell us stuff because we're a recruiting firm, so they're always trying to sell us something that's going to make our recruiting firm great. He's like, "Hey, man, we got this software that allows your bots to talk to the other bots," and I'm like, "What?
What? Wait a minute.
What are you talking about? Like, no."
I think when that happens. So here's what it used to be. You and I can remember this. You get an email even from someone, you'd be like, even if you weren't interested, there's this level of reciprocity. You're like, well, I'm going to let them know I'm not interested. I'm going to reply. Yes. I would reply. You felt like you needed to, right? There's reciprocity in that.
Yes.
What we've done is we have this, it's like nuclear proliferation of this. Yes. And now it's like, there's no reciprocity. And if I don't believe you're a real human being, I don't have reciprocity. Okay,
that's right.
When human beings connect, like there's a connection just because we're human. And so we're removing that. And I think that's really, 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 really bad. And
I do too. And I want to shout out to all of my technology CEOs that have been on the podcast that are building all these AI tools. Okay.
No, there's a place for all of it.
Yeah. More power to you. I think there's a place for some of it, but when you start building a society where we don't talk to each other, I got a problem with that. And so, you know what I mean? It's gotten out of hand. Go ahead.
It should be a means to an end. It shouldn't be as, look, the other thing we don't think about is this inverseness of it. I think that if we're really trying to get after a 2.4% conversion rate, that's the problem. That what about the 98% that did not open it? Like, what about that? Are you worried? Is your addressable market endless? Is it endless? Because it would have to be.
It would have to be.
If you're just blast to get this incremental outcome that we think makes sense in a spreadsheet. So
I remember when I first saw your product. So Scott, my partner, he found your product and he nudged me a couple of times like, "Hey man, I talked to these guys at BombBomb." And of course, at first I'm busy and he's busy. And I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever. I'm busy. Right? And finally he's like, "No, I need you to look at this. I need you to look at this." And he sends me the message. And I was like, okay, yeah, this is great. Yeah, this is cool right here. Like, yes, let's use this. And it's video messaging, I guess, at its core, right? A simple description, video messaging, where for the listeners, in case you don't know, by the way, let's just throw it out there for the listeners real quick. BombBomb.com. So it's BOMB.com, BombBomb.com. Video messaging. Go there. You can learn all about it. Plus they're on all the social media pages. But what we've used it for at Riderflex, the recruiting firm, is we've used it for, email messaging. Scott, who is our sales guy for the recruiting side of the business. So when he sends a message now, he's like, "Hey, look, in the body of the email, there are some stats and some numbers, and maybe he's attaching the contract or whatever, but there's a video message too that says, hey, just want to drop you a personal message. I know there's a lot of shit below that, you're probably not going to read anyway. So let me just talk to you about it." And I remember when he first started using it, I thought, wow, this is great.